I watched my closest friend hand his loyalty to someone who was counting down the days to betray him. He gave everything: his time, his secrets, his trust. 3 years later, that person had taken everything from him and moved on without looking back. When I asked him what happened, he said something I will never forget. He said, "I never learned how to read people. I just hoped they were good." Hope is not a strategy. And today, I am going to give you what he never had: the ability to identify exactly who should never have access to your inner world. Machiavelli identified 7 types, each one more dangerous than the last. Stay until the end, because the 7th one will shock you, because it might be someone you already trust.
Right now, there are 2 versions of you. Version 1 opens his circle to everyone, gives trust freely, forgives betrayal, keeps hoping people will change, wonders why he keeps getting hurt. Version 2 is different. He is selective. He reads people before he trusts them. He closes doors quietly and without guilt. He does not explain his distance. He simply creates it. You have been version 1 for too long. That ends today.
Machiavelli wrote in The Prince, "Men are ungrateful, fickle, false, cowardly, and covetous." He was not being cruel. He was being accurate. He was describing the reality of human nature so that you could navigate it without being destroyed by it. Today, we use his framework to identify the 7 people who should never have access to your inner circle, your peace, your plans, your vulnerabilities. The first person Machiavelli warned about specifically by name in The Prince was the flatterer. The flatterer is the most dangerous person in any circle because they are the hardest to identify. They make you feel seen, understood, special. They agree with everything you say. They celebrate everything you do. They make you feel like the most important person in the room. And that feeling is the trap. Machiavelli wrote, "Courts are full of flatterers because men are so pleased with their own opinions that they find it difficult to defend themselves from this plague." The flatterer does not care about you. They care about access to you. Every compliment is an investment. Every agreement is a strategy. They are building credit they plan to spend later. How to identify them? They never disagree with you, ever. They have no opinions of their own in your presence. They mirror your beliefs back to you perfectly. And when you are no longer useful to them, they disappear without explanation. The Inner Citadel response. Welcome honest people who occasionally challenge you. Be suspicious of those who never do. The second person is one most people do not recognize until it is too late. The scorekeeper. This person remembers every favor they did for you, every time they showed up, every sacrifice they made, and they are keeping a running total, waiting for the moment they can present the bill. Genuine care does not keep score. Love does not keep receipts. The moment someone reminds you of everything they have done for you, they are telling you that their investment in you was never genuine. It was transactional. Machiavelli understood this. He wrote that men who do favors while expecting return are not allies. They are creditors. And creditors always collect eventually. How to identify them? They reference past favors in arguments. They use the phrase, "after everything I have done for you." They make you feel indebted instead of valued. The Inner Citadel response. Gratitude freely given. Obligation freely released. Drop this in the comments. I give without keeping score. The third person is subtle, patient, and extremely dangerous. The information collector. This person asks questions, lots of them. They seem genuinely interested in you, your plans, your fears, your relationships, your past. They listen carefully. They remember everything. and they file it away. Not because they care, because information is power, and they are building a profile of your vulnerabilities that they will use when the moment is right. Machiavelli wrote, "Keep your friends close and your plans closer." He understood that the most valuable currency in any relationship is information, and those who collect it without offering their own in return are not friends. They are intelligence agents. How to identify them? They know everything about you, but reveal little about themselves. The exchange of personal information in the relationship is completely one-sided. The Inner Citadel response. Match vulnerability with vulnerability. If they never open up, close yourself down.
The fourth person drains your energy through a very specific mechanism: chaos. The crisis creator lives in a permanent state of emergency. There is always a problem, always a drama, always something that requires your immediate attention and emotional energy. Their life is a fire that never goes out because they keep lighting new ones. This is not always conscious. Some people genuinely do not know how to exist without drama. But the effect on you is the same, whether it is intentional or not. Your energy is being consumed. Your peace is being invaded. Your focus is being stolen. Seneca wrote, "Associate with those who will make a better man of you. Welcome those whom you yourself can improve. The process is mutual. Men learn while they teach." The person who only brings chaos teaches you nothing and takes everything. How to identify them? Every conversation ends with you feeling drained. Their problems never have solutions. They reject every suggestion you make. The crisis is the point, not the resolution. The Inner Citadel response. Compassion has limits. Peace is non-negotiable. Drop this in the comments. My peace is not available for chaos.
The fifth person wears the mask of friendship while treating your life as a competition. The hidden competitor. This person celebrates your failures more than your successes. They give backhanded compliments. They minimize your achievements. When you share good news, they immediately redirect to their own. When you struggle, they become strangely energized. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." He understood that genuine strength has no need to diminish others. The person who needs you to be smaller to feel bigger is not your ally. They are your opponent in a game you never agreed to play. How to identify them? Your success makes them uncomfortable. Your struggles make them comfortable. They frame your achievements as luck and their own as skill. The Inner Citadel response. Surround yourself only with people who celebrate your rise as if it were their own. Drop this in the comments. I rise and I celebrate others rising.
The sixth person is perhaps the most difficult to distance yourself from because they weaponize your compassion against you. The permanent victim. This person is always the innocent party in every story. Every relationship failed because of the other person. Every job ended because of a corrupt boss. Every friendship dissolved because of betrayal. They have suffered endlessly, and none of it was ever their fault. Carl Jung called this the refusal to examine the shadow, the parts of ourselves we project onto others rather than acknowledge within ourselves. The permanent victim has outsourced all responsibility for their life onto the world around them. And because they carry no responsibility, they can never change. And because they can never change, being close to them means being permanently recruited into their narrative as either savior or eventual villain. How to identify them? They have no role in any of their own stories. Every problem has an external cause. They resist every solution because solutions would end the victimhood. The Inner Citadel response. Compassion, yes. Recruitment into their narrative, never.
The seventh person is the most surprising and the most common. The mirror seeker. This is the person who does not want a relationship with you. They want a reflection of themselves. They want you to confirm their beliefs, validate their decisions, agree with their worldview, laugh at their jokes, admire their qualities. The moment you offer a different perspective, genuine friction appears. The moment you have a need of your own that conflicts with theirs, the relationship becomes strained. They do not actually see you. They see a surface they can reflect themselves onto. And the day you stop reflecting them perfectly is the day you become a problem to be managed. Machiavelli wrote that the wisest princes surrounded themselves with people who told them hard truths, not comfortable ones. He understood that a circle of mirrors is not a circle of allies. It is an echo chamber that will eventually lead you into catastrophic miscalculation. How to identify them? The relationship only flows in one direction. Your needs are an inconvenience. Your disagreement is a betrayal. The Inner Citadel response. Real relationships survive honest friction. Anything that cannot was never real. Drop this in the comments. I want truth, not reflection.
7 people, 7 types that Machiavelli, Marcus Aurelius, and Seneca all warned about across centuries and civilizations. The flatterer, who invests in you to collect later. The scorekeeper, who turns care into debt. The information collector, who builds a map of your vulnerabilities. The crisis creator, who consumes your peace. The hidden competitor, who needs your failure to feel their success. The permanent victim, who recruits you into their narrative. And the mirror seeker, who never actually sees you at all. You do not have to cut these people out violently. You simply stop giving them access, quietly, without announcement, without guilt. The Inner Citadel is not built by removing people dramatically. It is built by quietly raising your standards for who gets inside. Machiavelli understood this. Marcus Aurelius practiced it. Seneca wrote about it. And now, you know it too. If this gave you clarity, subscribe to the Inner Citadel. We go deeper every week. And next video, we go somewhere most channels in this space are afraid to go. I will see you there.